Facebook, DNFL Zone here with another Let's Connect live Facebook panel. Always enjoy doing these. So it's crazy to think the holidays are approaching. I just pulled out my Christmas decorations this weekend. Thanksgiving is coming up here. It's crazy. This year has just flown by. And while, of course, this is an exciting time of year, right? We all look forward to it. It can also be a stressful time, a lot more pressure added to our already busy lives. And I think especially for parents, it adds that other layer. So what we're talking about today is how to avoid that burnout during this time of year, which I think, whether you're a parent or not, but in some capacity, we all start to feel that, especially here in Michigan as the weather changes. Just a lot more emotional and mental stress that may be added to us that we're going through. So we have Kendra Wild with Wild Peace. She is a parent well-being advocate. She has 3 older boys and now has made it her mission to advocate for parent well-being and resiliency. And I actually found her on Instagram, and she just provides incredible content for parents to kind of stay grounded. So I'm so happy to have you with us this morning, Kendra, and to talk a little bit more about this. So thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Deanna. I can't believe it is holiday season already. It's just kind of flown.
I know, right? So let's talk a little bit about burnout. First, what that is. And second, how that can look. And obviously, depending on the person, that may look different. But kind of explain that for people.
Yeah, well, burnout can happen to any of us, and it shows up in lots of different ways. But if you can think of it as a range, at the beginning range, you just feel toasty. You feel like I'm a little overloaded here.
Right.
At the very extreme, burnout is a true condition where you feel like the harder you work, the less effective you are, and you feel incredibly overwhelmed and exhausted. And you even feel like, take me away. I don't even want to be with my kids anymore. That is like the most extreme parental burnout stage. And so wherever you land in that, it's important to just pay attention.
Mm-hmm. And then it's almost like you just feel like you're running circles, but you're not getting anywhere. Which I think we all do that in our daily lives. But when it gets to that point where it's that constant, and especially this time of year, I think it can really hit. So that's why it's so important to take a step back, notice those signs and symptoms, and then say, okay, what can I do about it?
Yeah. Cause I think what happens is every parent I talk to who's experienced burnout says, it just totally sneaked up on me. I had no idea. I thought I was fine.
And that's a good point.
It sneaks up because it builds up and you just think you're going to power through it and you're just going to be fine. And you just have to get to that end zone. But you don't really get there, because as soon as you get through Thanksgiving, it's the next and the next thing. So it's really important to just pause. I mean, the world can wait, and just tune into yourself. Do it frequently during the day and just try to figure out, like, how does burnout show up for you? It's totally different for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
So like for some of us, it might be that you just feel like all you want to do is stay in bed all day. And for some of us, you just totally are losing it with your kids, and every little noise and every little mess it makes you want to explode. And for some of us,
I have been
like for some of us, we start relying on things that aren't healthy coping, like drinking too much coffee in the end of the day and then turning right to the wine. And it's kind of a slippery slope.
Right. I think that as we talk about this, I'm starting to think, hey, I think I'm starting to show signs of burnout. Mm-hmm. But you make that such a good point where, and especially for me, who I have little ones, you think, again, you can just power through, right? Like, it's going to get better. I just need to get through today. But the reality is, when you have kids, I mean, it's just never ending. So you have to be aware of that. So let's talk about some of those things that you can do. And one of those big things is setting boundaries. So, what does that mean? And what does that look like for people?
Yeah, so setting boundaries can happen in a lot of ways, but one of them is around the holidays. It can have to do with all the demands that you usually do. And maybe you need to do things a little bit differently this year. Maybe you need to say no to doing that really complicated recipe that you usually do. Maybe you need to say no thanks to bringing your family to your aunt's house because you don't feel comfortable with the way that she manages COVID. Or, so we do need to reduce demands on ourselves because not everything is a have to. And so we each need to decide, like, what matters the most to you. Do the holidays matter to you the most because you want to get together with family, or because you want to remember traditions, or because you love to cook for everyone? Pick those things and then simplify, cut out some of the stuff that doesn't matter. I think it's so important to give ourselves permission to pass on things that we don't think would be good for our families, and don't feel guilty about it. Just say, we're just going to do it a different way this year.
Right. And I think that's hard to do. It's hard
So hard.
sometimes to say no, like you feel
Yeah.
bad about doing that, but then you're almost setting yourself up or your family up, for failure in the long run, I guess, for lack
Yeah.
of a better word.
And like the trouble that you get for saying no is always going to be a lot easier than the trouble you run into when you say yes.
Right. That's such a good point. And I think too, we hear a lot about like self-care, right? Like, well, and especially like for parents, well, you need to take care of yourself. Are you doing enough self-care? And I'm not going to lie, like sometimes that stresses me out because that's just something else I'm adding to my list of, well, am I doing enough self-care? Is that why I'm losing my mind? Am I taking, you know what I mean? Because it's so in your face all the time. So kind of talk a little bit about that and maybe some, different ways or outside of the box thinking when it comes to that.
Okay. Yeah, I think self-care has gotten a bad rap. I mean, when you hear about it, a lot of parents just roll their eyes and think, yeah, right. How am I supposed to do that on top of everything else?
Right.
And so it's like, we need to redefine self-care. It's not another thing to do. It's not like when you Google it, you'll get thousands and thousands of products but it's not just bubble baths. I think it's like self-care in my mind is anything that you can do that recharges your batteries, anything that gives you life. And that's personal, but it can be tiny moments, tiny actions that you just sort of weave into your day. It doesn't have to be like this big thing. I mean, we can't all just go run away and get a massage. So right. How about, coming up with some things that you can do that really revive you? Like in the morning, maybe you always drink a big glass of hot lemon water before you brew your coffee, or do a plank for 60 seconds just to get your core activated. Or if you're exhausted, just lie down on the floor and rest your legs up the wall. And your kids can do these things with you. It doesn't have to be big.
Yeah.
And I also think that it's so important, like if you really are losing it, do you have like a go-to thing that you can use to ground yourself? So for some people, it might be learning a deep regulating breathing exercise. Like I like this one called the window. And if you just were tracing a window, you'd breathe in as your eye goes across the window for 4 seconds, and then hold it for 4 seconds. Okay. And then breathe out for 4 seconds and even out a little more. And then do that again. And do that like 4 times and see how that feels. Or like dig your toes into the floor in the kitchen while you're standing there and like lean your fingers into the kitchen counter and just dig till you feel your fingers and your toes. Any of these things so that you don't lose it, because our kids totally pick up on our energy. And if they're dysregulated and bouncing off the walls, or you're going crazy because all the family members that have gathered are annoying you, instead of like matching their energy, try to do the opposite. Try to find your center, find your calm. So then you have like your rational brain, and everyone else will pick up on that. It helps.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good reminder, right? We can all think of when we're in the chaos of it, on Christmas, and you just need to take a minute to take a step back and ground yourself. I appreciate you talking about that because I think, it's hard for a lot of parents. Sometimes it's just another thing that they're trying to add to their list. And to think of it that way, hopefully will make it less stressful.
Yeah, it's true. Like we know all this stuff you're supposed to do for wellness and well-being, and the more you hear about it, the more you think, "Oh my gosh, I'm supposed to work out and I'm supposed to do all this stuff." And
Yeah.
like if you know you're supposed to eat healthfully, instead of worrying about every meal that you need to cook for yourself, how about when you're running around on errands with your kids, you're always good about grabbing a snack for them. Why don't you bring a snack for you so that you don't get like hangry at 4 o'clock and then do the thing that you wish you weren't doing, which is eat the, the
Yes.
muffin.
Exactly. And let's talk a little bit too. I know you mentioned it earlier, but this time of year, focusing on what your values are, and that can kind of help you navigate, this holiday season.
Yeah, I mean, it like your values might be practicing gratitude or teaching your children kindness, or it might be that our family cooks together
Mhm.
and bakes together, or we care more about nature than anything else, or I mean, it could be anything. But focusing in on what those things are can really help you decide where you're drawing your boundaries. Like once you say to yourself, I don't need to have everything in my house look perfect. I would rather have more time with my kids.
Mhm.
Then if you decide that, it helps you know which things you're going to cut out and which things you're going to say yes to.
Yeah. And I think too, that helps you focus on what matters to you because, it's so hard these days, especially with social media. And, you can easily see what all of the other families are doing, right? Your friends are doing
Yes.
with their kids or how they're decorating their house or what their traditions are. And that's great. But sometimes that can be overwhelming because then you think, oh, well, I didn't do that with my kids. I'm not doing, I'm not baking with my kids, but maybe that's
Right.
not something that it is important to you, and that's okay.
Right.
So if you
Yeah.
define those ahead of time, that can kind of help take off that pressure of like, you're not meeting this expectation of like, but there is no expectation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, just lowering expectations. Because I think in general with burnout, if we can just kind of lower some of the expectations and some of the stress and then boost support, reach out for help. Ask someone else to share the load. If you have a partner, you have a good friend, you have a family member, get get support for yourself because we shouldn't have to do all these things by ourselves.
Yeah. And I think sometimes we're made to feel like that, or we, by our own selves, right? Like
Yes.
no one is saying that. Everyone says like you don't have to do it all, but that's just the way our minds work is we feel like we have to. And it's hard to sometimes take a step back from that. And I
It's
noticed too, there's that parent stress hotline, and I've never heard of that before. What is that?
It's a number that I just shared in an email with you because it's a resource for parents who are really losing it and just need to talk to someone. It's parents supporting parents.
Yeah.
And we need that sense of community, whether you get it from this hotline or you get it from your closest friend or your neighbor. I think we just have we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to be independent and like to be able to manage it all. And I think like that inner critic that's like, oh, come on, I should be able to do what my neighbor's doing. And I should be able to decorate like she did. And I should be able to entertain like he did. And I should be such a patient parent and, etc. You put so much pressure on yourself and we don't have to do all those things to be good parents. I love the quote. It's Anne Lamott. She says, never compare your insides to everyone else's outsides.
Whoa, I like that.
Because think about it, like we know every dirty thing that's happening inside our own homes, every messy, embarrassing, awkward, whatever thing that's happening. That's messy, that's life. But when you're looking on Instagram or you're looking on TV and you're seeing all these perfect parents, you're just seeing the highlight reel. And so it's hard because even if you are aware of that, you can still kind of internalize this feeling of not being good enough.
Mhm. 100%. I think like you hit the nail on the head. I mean, that's how I've been feeling lately, honestly. And sometimes you don't even realize that you're doing it because you don't want to be. You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah,
try not to, but you
totally.
just can't help it. So I think it's just a good reminder. I love that quote, to just like repeat that in your mind,
Right.
you know?
Yeah, it's a good mantra because I remember when I first heard about one piece of research I heard about recently that I couldn't believe is that your inner critic starts at around age 8.
Wow.
So if you think about like what are you modeling? If you're always being mean to yourself, we're just teaching our kids to do the same thing.
Mhm.
And so, be kinder to yourself. We have enough pressure already. So if you want to say to yourself, oh, well, their lights look awesome. Let's go look at them. But I'm just going to have one strand of lights hanging off the kitchen window, and that's okay. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, absolutely. And if people want to find out for some more information, like I said, I mean, you have so many great resources. Where can
Okay.
people go to do that?
Well, you can go to on my Instagram or Facebook page. It's Wild Peace for Parents. And I have a website, which is wildpeace.org. And I'm just obsessive about preventing parental burnout and parental well-being because we're so connected. Like we're the foundation for our kids, and so your well-being really matters. And I do a lot of research into well-being and try to adjust those practices in micro doses so that they're actually doable for parents. So you
Yeah.
can get some ideas on my website or Instagram
Yeah.
or
And I
Facebook.
think too, when you, maybe mute or hide some of the other, if you're feeling
Yeah.
stressed about constantly seeing what everyone else is doing, and follow some more of these things. I know that's really helped me because I'll be, scrolling and I'll see something pop up and it's like exactly how I'm feeling that day. And it
Mm,
just makes me feel like, okay, I'm not the only one out there who's feeling this
yeah.
way. And it just kind of helps you bring back your focus and again realize that someone else is going through this too and it's okay and there's support out there.
Yeah, you are not alone.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there anything else that you want to add or just any final thoughts maybe that we didn't cover before we wrap up?
Um, I just hope everyone realizes that they're not alone and that you shouldn't have to do this alone. I think we all are trying to do parenting is already a really tough job. And in our society, we keep ratcheting up the pressure on parents. And there's a lot of systems that aren't working for us. Childcare isn't really taking care of us, and it's not accessible, and special education programs are complicated, education is complicated,
Mhm.
healthcare is complicated, and all these things you're trying to like navigate and advocate and do for your kids is too much. And so let yourself off the hook and realize that it's not just you. It's like all these layers and systems around you that aren't helping, and then look for help. And don't feel like a failure if you need help because we all do.
Yeah. Well, I know I needed to hear that. So so I appreciate it. And I hope that someone else who's watching now or watches this later also hears that message and it kind of gives them that dose of hope that they're not alone. So
Oh, good. I hope so.
yes, yeah. And I thank you so much, Kendra. And again, you can check out her stuff. Great resources. It's totally helped me when I'm in certain moments to feel grounded again. So wildpeace.org and then follow her on Instagram too at Wild Peace for Parents. So thank you, Kendra, so
Thank
much.
you so much for having me. I hope
Yeah.
everybody has some good holidays and
Yes.
go easy on yourself.
Yes, exactly. Just keep repeating that to yourself
Yeah.
as well. So thanks for watching, you guys, this
Thanks,
morning.
Jana. Take
Have a
care.
good one.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.